My girlfriend recently ended our relationship, and I can't shake the feeling that her work friends are the ones to blame. Kate and I had been in a committed relationship for 5 years, though our history stretches back further, with an on and off phase that lasted 2 years before we found stability. She was my everything, my partner in life, someone who shared in my joys, sorrows, and first experiences. We went to each other's proms, supported each other through countless milestones, and built a foundation of love and trust. Deep down, I always felt like Kate was out of my league. To make up for that, I made it my mission to ensure she felt safe, loved, and cherished every day. I envisioned a lifetime with her, complete with a family and a home to call our own. After high school, our paths diverged a bit, though we remained deeply connected. I pursued a double major in college, aiming to secure a stable and fulfilling future for us, while Kate followed her passion and enrolled in cosmetology school. Despite the differences in our educational journeys, we had a shared dream, moving in together in a few months, getting married, and building a life filled with love and mutual respect. We had talked endlessly about what our future would look like, from the names of our future kids to the color of our kitchen walls. But over the past few months, things started to shift. Kate began sharing troubling comments from her co-workers at the salon where she worked. Remarks like, "Why are you with him?" or "You could do so much better," started surfacing in our conversations. She even mentioned how some of them openly questioned our relationship, telling her to explore her options and meet new people. When I asked her how she felt about these remarks, she reassured me that she ignored them and had even told her co-workers to stop. But their words clearly left an impact, as the comments didn't stop coming. The fact that she continued to bring these conversations home indicated they were bothering her more than she admitted. One of the things I always valued in our relationship was our open communication. We talked about everything, never keeping secrets. Sure, we had disagreements over movies, takeout choices, or which TV series to binge, but they were minor and never caused long-term damage. To my knowledge, there were no glaring red flags in our relationship. I never doubted Kate's faithfulness, she never hid her phone, used secret accounts, or gave me any reason to distrust her. Her work environment seemed like a safe space, being all women, but in hindsight, it became the breeding ground for our problems. A few nights ago, we had what I thought was a perfect date. We laughed, shared stories, and ended the night feeling closer than ever, or so I believed. When I dropped her off at her place, she caught me off guard with a statement that left me reeling. "I'm having doubts about our relationship," she said. Before I could process her words, she followed up with a declaration that she wanted to break up. Stunned, I couldn't respond. I silently turned and walked away, overwhelmed by the weight of her decision. I had a strong suspicion that her co-workers' words were the catalyst, and my fears were confirmed just hours later when she texted me. Her message admitted that their comments had influenced her decision and that she regretted letting their negativity affect her judgment. In the days that followed, Kate bombarded me with calls and texts, apologizing profusely. She insisted that she didn't mean what she said and claimed to love me more than ever. She even promised to quit her job and cut ties with her co-workers. Despite her desperate attempts to reconnect, I couldn't bring myself to respond. My love for her hadn't disappeared, but the pain of her betrayal weighed heavily on my heart. For months, I'd been saving up for a down payment on a house for us. I'd even designed a custom engagement ring with our initials and birthstones, planning to propose soon. Now, all of those dreams felt shattered. Our mutual friends, comprising about 85% of our social circle, were just as blindsided as I was. Kate was upfront with them about what had happened, confessing that her insecurities and her co-workers' opinions had led to her mistake. Even her parents reached out, trying to understand what had gone wrong. I appreciated their concern, but I needed time to process everything. To clear my head, I left my apartment and set up in a quiet location where I could continue working remotely. Not long after, my boss called me into an urgent Zoom meeting. To my shock, there were 2 police officers visible in the background. Apparently, someone had requested a wellness check on me after finding my apartment empty. My friends and family were worried after not hearing from me for over 24 hours. I reassured them that I was safe and just needed some space to deal with personal issues. The ordeal was unsettling, but I understood their concern. I later agreed to meet with Kate's parents, who had always been like family to me. Before that meeting, I received a voicemail informing me that the custom engagement ring I'd ordered was ready for pickup. The timing felt like a cruel joke. The ring was everything I'd envisioned, our birthstones forming a heart surrounded by diamonds, with our anniversary date and initials engraved. I'd even designed it to be expandable, with room for symbols representing our future children. Picking up the ring and holding it in my hands felt like clutching a painful reminder of a future that no longer seemed possible. When I arrived at Kate's parents' house, she rushed out to greet me. Her tear-streaked face and trembling voice betrayed the depth of her regret. She hugged me tightly, but the embrace felt hollow. When she tried to kiss me, I turned away, unable to bridge the emotional chasm that had formed between us. Inside, we sat in heavy silence until she broke down, apologizing over and over. I listened, offering nothing more than a quiet, "okay," in response. I asked her to explain her actions, and she admitted to telling the truth about her co-workers' influence. She claimed she had tried to set boundaries with them, but their remarks persisted, feeding her insecurities. When I asked if there was someone else, she vehemently denied it, even offering to show me her phone as proof. I declined, telling her that the issue wasn't about infidelity, it was about trust. Her willingness to let others' opinions dictate her feelings had damaged the foundation of our relationship. Finally, I revealed the engagement ring and custom box I'd created. When I demonstrated its mechanism, Kate broke down completely, sobbing uncontrollably. Her parents, visibly emotional, commented on the thought and effort I'd put into it. I told Kate that while I had once dreamed of spending my life with her, the future I'd envisioned was now out of reach. I needed time to heal and reflect, at least 3 months of no contact. If we were to reconcile, it would be on my terms. Before leaving, I thanked her parents for their kindness and support. I also said a brief goodbye to her younger sister, who had always been like a sibling to me. With 4 months left on my lease, I'm considering relocating when it's up. Tonight, I plan to share a quiet evening with an old friend, a bottle of Johnny Walker, and begin the process of figuring out what comes next.